Okay, Cartoonist vlog update, day number 10. It is November 20th, 2022. And yeah, I didn't get as much work as I wanted to get done this week. I got a little bit more coloring done on Redbee, but not as much as I wanted to do. I did a little bit more on Madcap Wrestling. I think I'm up to about page 11 or so of fully drawn, and a few of the pages are still colored. But I've been doing a lot of the, I guess that you'd call the business side of things. I've been setting up a new website, making sure I got that set up, trying to figure out ways how to set up, well, not ways how to, I know how to set up a mailing list, but mailing lists are very important in the writing world, but it's very difficult to get people to sign up, especially if you don't offer something for free. And so that's what I'm kind of thinking of right now. I think I'm going to try to offer like some coloring sheets. In December, I got a fun little coloring sheet that I'm going to be posting on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and all those places. And I'm going to make, it's a whole drawing, a whole setting of little characters that if you're following me on Twitter, you might have seen a preview of that. But yeah, it'll be updated or released in December, and I'm going to be releasing the line art in December also as a free download for people to color. You can color it digitally, you can print it out it'll fit on 8.5 by 11. But yeah, I'm trying to think of different things like that to offer for freebies to see if people want to sign up for the mailing list, because mailing list is really important. If you don't know, you should probably have one if you're a creator. Not very many people will probably sign up. So that's why you got to figure out different ways of hopefully getting people in on that list. Because if all you're doing is advertising and promoting yourself on Instagram, Facebook, social media, sites like Twitter, anything else, anything old, anything new that comes along, those sites could up and vanish or change terms of service or all kinds of things. So it's very important to have a mailing list, and that's what I'm trying to think of, different ways and different perks for being on that mailing list. Also, as far as Madcap Wrestling, I'm trying to think of ideas. I think I want to try to start a Patreon for Madcap Wrestling, just because I think it's going to be specifically geared toward pro wrestling. Madcap Wrestling is my zany pro wrestling comic, and I'm going to be uploading it as kind of like a web comic, even though I'm going to break up the panel so I can post probably on Webtoons, so it flows a little bit better on that platform. But the pages are drawn and designed to be read as comic book pages, so that's one thing. But yeah, eventually, I don't know if I'll do that when it launches. I want to try to build an audience for that, but eventually I think I want to have a Patreon for Madcap Wrestling, because that'll be a cool little tip jar, and there'll be perks for Madcap Wrestling, because it is a very niche audience, pro wrestling. And if you are a fan of pro wrestling and comic books, it'll be right up your alley. And being a member on something like Patreon, you could probably add additional perks like trading cards of the characters that are in the series. You can do Discord servers and talk about real wrestling out in the world, like WWE and AEW and stuff like that. So that's an idea I'm working on. But anyways, let's get into my iPad right now, and I will show you some of the stuff I've been working on for this week. And yeah, let's check it out. Okay, so first up, we got Amazing Redbee. And Amazing Redbee, my all-ages graphic novel. So like I said, I didn't get very much work, or as much work as I would have liked to get done this week. Right now I am up to about page 14, fully inked and drawn and colored mostly. A couple pages in here, like this one right here. I kind of know the background is just going to be the treehouse, clubhouse background is going to be fairly simple. The same thing right here, they're in the sky, so it won't be that complicated. I'm up to page 19 there, fully inked. And then, like I said, I didn't get that much done. So for moving forward for this week, I think I would like to get up to page 25, fully inked. And that would be a good progress bar to shoot for. And then a few more pages colored in there. Like I've said in the past, I kind of work in batches. I don't ink the whole thing and then start on coloring. Once I inked a few pages, 5 to 10 pages or so, then I start getting into coloring, because otherwise it just kind of gets monotonous for me. And so yeah, so that's where this is going down as far as Amazing Redbee. If we go over to Madcap Wrestling right here, We got a little bit more done. I'm going to, like I've said in the past, I'm going to try to release these as individual issues. I don't believe, the way forward to doing comics is as single floppy issues. I really believe in the graphic novel format because you get a whole chunk there. People like to binge read. It just makes it a whole cohesive story for the reader. That being said, the reason I want to release this kind of as single issues, and eventually I will release it as a graphic novel, but the reason I want to release this as single issues is just because it gives me something to get out fairly regularly. If I tried to release this all as a graphic novel, it'd be, a whole lot, at least 3 or 4 issues to combine into one graphic novel, and that's going to take me a lot longer to produce and print and get out than if I was updating it issue by issue. So what I'm going to do with Madcap Wrestling, I am actually drawing it for the comic book page, but I am going to release it online. I'm going to release it on my own website, and I'm going to break down the pages so they kind of flow for the webtoon format, because I am going to update there and try to draw some eyeballs to it. See if there are any pro wrestling fans and comic book fans that, one cohesive fan that likes pro wrestling and comic books over on webtoons. Try to draw an audience, try to find people who might be interested in this. When it comes to this one, coloring is a little bit more difficult. Coloring is definitely not my strong suit. I'm not that great at it. So I've been playing around with a little thing. We got the announcer here. This background, I'm not a big of fan of it. I thought it looked cool at the time. So I tried to do it down here on El Pollo. This is one of the wrestlers, El Pollo Loco. I tried to do it behind him and it really didn't look good. So what I did was I switched it up, put in a yellow light and a green light there, dropped the opacity. And I really like that a lot better. So probably be going back over some of these pages and fixing some of that coloring stuff. See, we got here, I got some bokeh lights under max power. But I kind of like that a little bit better, the announcer. But I still don't like it as much as I like those green and yellow lights, whatever they're spotlights that are shooting back. So I'll probably go back in and change that up. But yeah, this is like I said, this is my Madcap Wrestling, zany pro wrestling, kind of Dragon Ball Z meets WWE. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. And I'm really looking forward to releasing this. For this week, right now I'm at about page 15 at most or partially inked. So I'm trying to finish that page up. And I don't know if I'll get very far this week because I really want to put in some time on Redbee, make sure I get more of those pages done. But I want to try to get up to page 18 on Madcap Wrestling and at least try to, not have them fully inked, the pages, at least try to have them fully detailed on the thumbnails. So when I do go in there and start inking it, it won't take as long or be as hard as it is when you try to, I don't know about anybody else out there, any other creators or artists. I try to make sure my thumbnails are pretty close to what I'm going to be finally inking and drawing, because if I just try to jump from like a little, from a little thumbnail to that to, what will be the final page, I'll be struggling with that page for a very long time. But anyways, yeah, Madcap Wrestling, Amazing Redbee, those, like I said, those are my main 2 projects. Not a whole lot done on Pinocchio this week. But as I've said in the past, that's pretty much in the back burner right now because I'm still going through the story and trying to thumbnail those. And I guess I'll finish out this Cartoonist vlog update up with my new website, ronkopop.com. ronkopopbooks.com is what I currently have going on. I'm trying to finish ronkopop.com just because it's a little bit shorter, maybe hopefully easier for people to find or Google. It's going to be super simple. I'll scroll through this right here. The beginning will be just focusing on the one book or project that I'm focusing on. I'll have a join the club, which is the mailing list sign up once I get that established. Current projects are Amazing Redbee and Madcap Wrestling. Under Madcap Wrestling, I still got the Cowboys and Indians thing going on there because that is the default thing that came with the website. Little about me section there. Finish off with join the club again. Another call to action to hopefully get people to sign up. And of course, I got the social media links at the bottom and at the top. And as you can see on this, I got home, about, shop, blog, portfolio. None of those pages are really set up, but I will hopefully have those set up. I want to try to get this website done within the next couple of weeks. It shouldn't take me that long because I am fairly proficient with building websites as far as like drag and drop, WordPress type of stuff like that. And I'm doing this on Wix, and so it makes it a little bit easier too. About isn't that hard. Shop, it will be pretty easy, especially since I don't have anything up there right now. And then I'll have a blog section, which I'll probably post different blogs, kind of maybe just summarizing my vlogs that I'm posting here, but I'll just do it in written format. And then portfolio, that will probably change the name. That's generally, obviously, a portfolio of, your different artwork. I'm probably going to change the name to that and make it a whole different line of the different books and projects that I'm working on. And each link or image will take you to, that page of the Amazing Redbee of Madcap Wrestling. And you'll be able to get more information on those projects. So yeah, that's going to do it for this update. The last thing I guess I could talk about is my YouTube channel. If you're watching this now, you're on the YouTube channel, so please like and subscribe. I know these vlogs aren't going to be big watches by anybody, but if you do like them, yeah, hit that, like I said, hit that like, hit that subscribe, comment down below. Let me know if you're a creator, what you're working on. As far as trying to get new eyeballs on the YouTube channel, I do like that comic book showdown video series I started with. And I'm working on some more projects or more videos of that caliber, or of that, not caliber, of that whatever, of that kind. So yeah, those are going to be going up, more comic book showdowns. I'm trying to get, I'm on the West Coast, so it's really difficult to, stream or get people to interview, because I do have my crowdfunding 101 series that I want to keep going, but it's hard to get people on the different time zones when I'm on the West Coast and I work a day job. So what I'm going to be doing, hopefully, is doing some live draw streams and drawing chats or whatever. See if I can find anyone that way who wants to hang out while I talk and draw on the projects I'm working on. And yeah, I guess that's it for now. So like I said, like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.